guys, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've gotten a lot of requests from some of my fellow content providers like EdgeWeapon88 and my buddy Cajun Blaze who encouraged me to do a cooking video, and as well as a lot of you just regular viewers out there have asked, you know, why don't I go ahead and submit a cooking video. Well, I've kind of toyed with the idea here and there, trying to think of you know what dish should I do, and when I really sat down and thought about it, I just came to the conclusion, why don't I just do my favorite thing to make? You know, when I sit down and make something, you know, one of my favorite things to eat. Anyone who knows me personally knows I'm a really huge fan of chili. It's something that I've gotten into making myself very recently, like within the last maybe within the last year, I would say, conservatively. And you know, my recipe for it has kind of evolved, you know, over the course of that year. You know, I've added things, I've taken out things, you know, done this a little differently here and there, and I think I've got it pretty much the way, you know, that I'm going to prefer it now, as far as, you know, I think I've got it down to science, you know, to make it the way that I enjoy it. So, in a second here, I'm going to go over the ingredients, and then I'm going to, you know, show you pretty much how I throw a bowl of chili together. So, hope you guys enjoy the video, and stay tuned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to go over the ingredients to make Jimbo chili. As far as the pot is concerned, I absolutely love using this pot when it comes to making chili and soups and stews and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of the old school kind of cookie looking thing, you know, that you'd see like on the trail with the cowboys and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of that blue with the speckled white kind of deal. And I don't know, I got it at Walmart a very, very long time ago, and I just absolutely love using this pot. I don't know what it is when it comes to making this type of food, but it just seems to do the job. Okay, for me today, we're going to be using 93.7, the extra lean beef. We're using 2.5 pounds of it. And I try to get the lean stuff, guys. I try to live, you know, healthy and clean, you know, everywhere I can. And, you know, just, you know, shaving a little bit off the ground round over here certainly doesn't hurt. Okay, I like to use Del Monte stewed tomatoes. I've tried pretty much everything, every type of slice/chopped tomato in my chili recipe, and I really find that stewed tomatoes helps bring out the flavor, and it kind of thickens the stew itself up a little bit to the point where, you know, it gets it the way that I personally like it. A big fan of Hunt's tomato sauce. You know, I've tried many types of tomato sauce, and I keep coming back to the old school Hunt's. I just think it just works with this particular recipe. Okay, gotta have the hot sauce. I like it spicy. I like Cholula hot sauce from the Cholula company. Viva Mexico! You know, I just go with the original stuff, nothing special, just old school hot sauce. Okay, and for my chili mix, I use Hard Times chili mix, and for any of you that are from the Virginia area, you would know what Hard Times is. They're a locally owned food chain that specializes in chili in the Virginia area. They've got places all over the place. I've been going to them pretty much all of my adult life, and I gotta tell you, they've got the best chili I've ever tasted. So when I saw that they were selling their chili mix, I had to jump on it, and I really don't use anything else when it comes to making chili. Okay, another thing I like to throw in there is a little bit of olive oil. I use it when it comes to the browning of the beef. I find that it brings out the flavor of the beef a little bit more. It kind of enriches it a little bit, and it just kind of gives it that little bit extra zip. Okay, and I also like to throw in rice with my chili. This is kind of the latest addition to the recipe. I just find it kind of helps to have something carbohydrate-based thrown in there so that you're not just eating meat, you know, sitting there eating pounds of it, getting the meat sweats. This kind of adds a layer, you know, to the overall meal and helps flesh it out a little bit. And of course, gotta have the non-stick canola oil. Good stuff. Go Walmart. And of course, we have one whole onion. I'm only going to be using about half of this. I find that works well with the recipe and doesn't overdo it on the onion flavor. So next up, we'll see all this stuff in action. So stay tuned. All right, to chop up Mr. Onion today, I'm going to be using my Spyderco Delica 4 full flat ground. One of my favorite knives for this job. Let's go ahead and cut this guy in half. You can see the Delica 4's got absolutely no problem getting through that. Love this knife. Whoop. Nothing like a Spyderco, is there? Smell that onion, baby. Woo! Alright, there's our chopped onion. Put our onion in the pot. Man overboard. Let's add the stewed tomatoes to the pot there. Tomato sauce. Ooh. Let's get some hot sauce in there. There we go. Okay, I'm set. We'll set the pot over here to the side. Since that's not ready yet, we have to add the meat to it later. And now it's time to brown our beef. Show you guys a little light there. Get this sucker warmed up. Spray your pan down. Now for this much meat, I like to use this bigger pan. It's kind of a wok style pan, like a deep stir fry, because we're using so much meat that a regular frying pan, you get problems with the meat kind of flying out of the pan. So I like using this deep one. It does a really good job when it comes to frying stuff up and browning beef and things like that. Okay, pan's nice and hot. It's time to add our beef. Woo! Listen to that beef sizzle. I like to kind of break it up as I put it in. Helps a little bit with the stirring. Stir our beef up a little bit. Okay. I like to add a little bit of olive oil to it. We'll bring that flavor out. Okay, now we're going to add in half of our chili package. That's what the recipe calls for. You add half while you're browning the beef, and you put the rest in your pot over there. Once again, use the delicate to open this guy up. Gotta kind of eyeball it. Just about half. Stir it up a little bit. Doesn't that brown beef look good? Telling you, man. No disrespect to your vegetarians and vegans out there, but I think you guys are missing out. This is delicious. Alright, I think our beef is successfully browned here. One final stir. Been soaking that olive oil and the chili powder for a few minutes here. But it doesn't take long. It's like 10 minutes tops to get this much brown. Once it's got that nice kind of dark brown color, you're in good shape. Now we're going to transfer our beef to our pot that has the other ingredients in it. Lots of meat, lots of meat. Gotta have meat. And you guys, you don't have to use ground beef with this. You can use turkey, ground turkey. I've done that before. It's pretty good. I just prefer beef when it comes to stuff. It's got just that taste that while ground turkey comes close, not quite as good, and it doesn't give me my red meat fix, you know, where you've got to scratch that itch and just nothing else will do but red meat. Stir that up and add the rest of our chili powder. There we go. Give that a good stir. Man, you can smell that. Smell those onions and the stewed tomatoes and the chili powder and the beef starting to kind of meld just a little bit. Give it a good stir. And put the pot on this burner. So we're going to turn our heat down kind of halfway between medium and low. So the way to cook chili is not all that different from cooking barbecue. Slow and low. Okay, well that's what it looks like before it's all done cooking. That's fresh into the pot. We're going to cook it, it's pretty much halfway between low and medium. Cook this for about 2.5 to 3 hours, checking it and stirring it about every 20 or 30 minutes. Go ahead and put our lid on there. I just like to leave the spoon kind of hanging there because it's not touching the bottom of it. And basically we just sit there and let the heat do its thing and check it every 20 or 30 minutes. Alright, it's been about 2.5 hours. Let's take a look-see here. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Let's give it a little stir. Whew. Too much awesome for one pot. Keeps moving around. Man, I wish I could somehow pass the smell of this stuff along to you guys through the camera through YouTube, because damn does that smell good. And look at that. Oh man, that's delicious. Yeah, fogging up the lens. Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna boil some water here so we can do our rice. That'll be good. Alright, as you can see, we're up to a rolling boil there. We're going to take our 2 bags of Uncle Ben's brown rice. Guys, I do have a rice cooker, so I can cook rice the traditional way, you know, but it's, I don't know, this just makes it easier, you know. We're not here winning any awards. Check that out. Bet you'll never see another one of those. The official Sopranos pot. Got that a few years back. So when you put the lid on it here, the lid's like, hey, go to the car and get Paulie. No, forget about it. Forget about it. Nah, it doesn't matter. You stupid cockroach. Alright, I think the rice is just about done cooking. See if I can get it out of here without burning myself. Alright, let our rice cool off in there. Chill that out for a minute. Alright, we got our rice here. We're going to add the rice to the chili. Cut it open using good old Mr. Delica. Alright. Put the rice in there. Stir up. Alright, now this, ladies and gentlemen, I think every guy out there has his favorite soup / chili bowl. It's probably a little beat up like this one is, got a few scuff marks on it and stuff, but for some reason just absolutely loves that bowl for soup and chili. And this is Jimbo's favorite soup and chili bowl. Just a regular red porcelain bowl. And you know what? It works. Alright, let's get some chili in here. Give that rice a minute to soak up all the chili there. It's nice and soft. There we go. Now, we got 2 things that we simply have to add to chili. First, Sargento sharp cheddar. And a very generous helping of that. There we go. Lots of cheese. You can never have too much cheese. And next, got Daisy Light Sour Cream. Love it. Do a little mix. Alright. Let's load up some cream here. Alright. Give it a little mix. Let that cheese get down in there and melt. Mix the sour cream up with it. Kind of mellows it out a little bit, but you still got a little bit of spice. It gives it kind of a smooth, sweet texture to it at the same time, so you get kind of the best of both worlds there. was good. Damn, it's got some kick to it. As my buddy Cajun Blaze would say, God, they do! Woo! Well, I'm going to get back to eating my chili here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have found this one entertaining, and feel free to try this recipe out for yourself if you can get the chili mix where you are. And take care. Later.